For assignment 14, the third game revision, the first thing we need to do, if you haven't already done so, you need to go over and rename your Form 1 to something like FRM character, or mine is called CharGen, so you just right click on it, rename it, so just so you can keep track of it. Then make a new form, go to Project, Add Windows Form, and call this form FRM Entry Hall, or something along those lines. Remember, do not wipe out the .vb at the end. So if I was going to add another form on here, I would highlight the beginning part and rename it to FRM Entry Hall, and do not delete the .vb. On the Entry Hall form, so we'll go into the Entry Hall here, you're going to throw a picture on there, make sure the window size is maximized, and then you need to add in a list box and a picture box. Make sure you name those appropriately. This one's LST Entry Hall, and I call this one Pick Entry Hall, just so I know that those are associated with my Entry Hall. And you also want to throw a button on there, and that is going to be your quit button, and put it where you'd like. And actually you can go ahead and add the code in for the quit button while you're there so you don't forget it. Now go into your module. In your module, you're going to create a structure, and that structure is going to be called character. Within the structure, you're going to have your variables that you already had in there before, your gold, alt, whatever you called them. And then you're going to end the structure down below. Then create a public, and we're going to call this one player, and that player is going to be saved as a character. Okay, then go into your generator, your character generator. You want to change your quit button to a done button. Open the character generator code window, and within there what you want to do is take all your variables, and now you're going to add player dot in front of all of them. All of those ones that you declared in the module now have to become player dot. Player dot everywhere. As you can see in my example here, I have a whole bunch of variables that had to be renamed to player dot. NAM and gold and hit points and strength and class title. All that stuff needs to be renamed. Okay? Make sure all of your variables, all of your different buttons have the variables correctly. You know, all your picture boxes, everything. All that needs to say player dot in there. Okay? Now, let's address specifically your done button, because this is where it's going to change. So I'm going to click on what used to be our quit button, and now that's going to be the done button. I didn't change the name on there. What you're going to do is you're going to load up all the player information into that list box onto your entry hall. The way we do that is we have to address the form. So FRM entry hall, that's what I call my entry hall, dot LST entry hall, that's my list box, dot items dot add, name player dot nam for the name. Do it for each of those items. Load in the picture by player dot pick. Then you have to set the visibility to true. I set my visibility to false at first because I don't want to see it until I have the stuff loaded in. Set visibility to true for both of those. Then referring to the form we're on now, we say me.hide. So that form goes away. And then I want to have the entry hall show up, so I say FRM entry hall.show. When you do that, it will close down their character generator form and bring up the entry hall form. So let's take a look and see how all of this runs when it's put together. I have my character generator. I put in a name, and it's going to function as it did before. I'll hit the button 5 times. Okay, it disables my button. I accept my character. It loads it in. I pick a picture, brings my picture up. When I hit the done button, it's going to close this form, bring up the other form, and load that stuff into there. My quit button is going to work as before. So let's take a look and scroll through each of the codes here. This is my character generator, And let me get this bottom box out of the way for you. This is my character generator. Then I'll go into the entry hall. Entry hall is pretty basic. There's only one button on there that does anything right now. Everything else is loaded in from the character generator. Show you my module. I'll show you the design of the entry hall. Just my list box, my picture box, my quit button. And then I didn't change the design of my character generator at all. This is the same from the previous area for the looks of it. I changed the text on the quit button. And that is all there is to it for the changes for the third revision of the game for 14.